Easy now my peeps, I'm Angrydel and this is the legendary one-shot showcase. You may have noticed in this week's Mutant Storm event the legendary one-shot schematic is up for grabs for a mere 1,680 golds worth of grinding. But is it worth the effort? Is the one-shot a viable husk slaying option or a long-range disappointment? Well, it's time to dive in, knee-deep in husk, and let's shoot that long-range load all over their faces and see what all this one-shot hype is about. The one-shot. As with any sniper option, the one-shot is a situational gun. It's not an all-day everyday shooter, and that's an important fact to realise. But situational as it may be, when the battles start getting spicy, particularly in late canny and twine, when a couple of pokes from a laser eyes will put you on one hit, and those lobbers are raining down on you like a steam train, it's time to pull out the big boy. A well-skilled sniper will be able to quickly switch from their primary weapon to snipe in a pinch, when that distant laser eyes or lobber are causing you grief, but you're only tickling them with your assault rifle. Snipers are all about maximising long-range damage and deleting husks and therefore the threat before they're all up in your grill. Intelligent sniping and quickly switching between weaponry can make the difference between winning a battle or getting levelled by a wave. But is the one-shot a good tool for the job? Does this long-range beast live up to its name? Well, let's take a closer look and see what she's all about. Stats. The one-shot is an ultra-long-range, high-power, slow fire rate sniper option. Shadowed only by the Super Shredder in power, the one-shot otherwise offers the highest single-shot damage in the sniper class. Although the Super Shredder power is up, with a very limited 5,120 range, where the one-shot will continue to operate at full power at a safe distance, the Super Shredder starts dropping off significantly. And as such, the power deficit can be forgiven. Okay, if you're sniping at short to mid-range, the Super Shredder will outpower it, but then that's not really the point of a sniper rifle, and as such, overall, I would say for its purpose, the one-shot is a better gun. With a range of 10,240 on the Fortnite distanceometer, the one-shot's only rival for distance is the energy-fueled Zapatron, which is a bit of a weird one, since to attain full power, the user will need to charge it up first. For me, this writes the Zapatron off as the preferred distance option. In a pinch combat is unforgiving, and when every second counts, it just won't give you the same ability to quickly stagger a laser eyes and save your ass from being toasted. In any event, impact is significantly down on the Zapatron, at only about a fifth of the one-shot's impact, thus the chances of staggering or knocking back are significantly reduced. True, there are many sniper options with not quite one-shot but still decent power, but with much higher fire rates and ammo capacities which appear to make them better DPS options. But what are we really using the one-shot for? Well, predominantly long-range engagements with laser eyes and lobbers, perhaps the odd bit of wave clear at range, but in both instances the slow fire rate isn't a huge problem. Why? Well, if you think about it, due to the high damage and impact, almost every headshot landed will trigger a stagger on the tankier stuff. Thus, a slow fire rate allows you time to readjust your aim for a follow-up headshot. And for long distance wave clear, again the slow fire rate tends to not be a problem as it gives you time to adjust your aim between shots. So overall, in my opinion, the one-shot's base stats are the most sniper rifle appropriate. It does huge single shot damage, offers massive range, and with high impact rounds, almost guarantees a stagger or knockback in every engagement. In the field. So how does the one-shot fare in the field? Does it live up to its name, or is it merely a bit of clickbait to get you to buy it? Well, in many senses, yes, it does live up to its name. An appropriately levelled one-shot will one-shot low levels, lobbers, and even the odd husky husk with the right perks and a cheeky little crit landed. More so, due to the one-shot's fairly unique penetration power, it will literally tear through mobs that are foolish enough to line up against its mighty barrel. Now, I must admit, it's rare you get a group of husks stood in a line, but on a storm shield defence, or in kill tunnels where hundreds of mobs follow the same route, it does make for a great wave clearer that will not only conserve ammo, but also make you feel like an absolute gangster when you land a multi-kill shot. But it is important to note, it won't one-shot the tankier stuff. I found with my particular perk rolls, an appropriately leveled one-shot would generally 2 or 3 hit a laser eyes, taker or husky husk, but it won't do much more than tickle a smasher. But due to its high impact, it will stagger everything. Okay, so with a smasher, it may take a full clip to achieve a stagger, but with everything else, you're pretty much guaranteed a stagger on the first shot. and this is a real bonus, not just for you, but for your teammates. Now, like most Fortnite players, you're probably not that bothered whether your teammates die, and they probably won't appreciate you saving their noob arses, but you can at least bask in your own self-righteous glory as the one-shot saves lives. A skilled player in tune with what's going on around them will quickly be able to switch to a laser eyes or lobbers on the offensive and from a safe distance. The resulting insta-kill or stagger will more often than not immediately stop the attack and give you and your teammates a chance to regroup. It's a big deal. Your teammates won't know you're doing it, but trust me, if they did, they probably still wouldn't thank you. But that's not the point. It's difficult to explain why, without having held this beast in your hands yourself, but being able to kill a distant laser eyes in 2 or 3 shots makes for a huge difference in battle. A ranged assault rifle will do the same job at mid-range. In fact, it will kill it more quickly, but it won't result in an instant stagger, and will leave your magazine empty when you revert to close range targets. The one-shot is just perfect for eliminating distant threats quickly and efficiently, like no other weapon in Fortnite. The scope is paramount, due to the range being enormous. Pretty much if you can see it, you can kill it, and killing a distant threat before it becomes a threat, well, you get the idea. Perks. Now, as with any non-special event weapon, the perks are random, so you could pick up a duff or a beast depending on how the Fortnite gods are feeling. Since there are 2 one-shots available in the event store, this gives you 2 opportunities for Epic to screw you over, but you never know, you might just get lucky. So in my instance, I felt I landed some incredibly well-rounded perks. A reasonable crit boost of 14%, a useful reload boost of 15% for an otherwise painful reload time, 15% longer durability, making Shadow Shard evolution a no-brainer, 20% flat damage, and that absolute golden chestnut of a perk, energy damage with Affliction. Affliction is particularly useful in this instance due to the high base damage. It'll often mean an otherwise 2-shot engagement does not require a second round to be fired for the kill. These are incredibly well-rounded perks, but not the best rolls, but it's made for a sniper I know will pretty much work in any long-range situation. The golden rule of the one-shot is that it needs to be powerful enough to free hit a laser eyes, or ideally 2-hit them when appropriately levelled. If your perks will generate that much damage, then it's guaranteed to fulfill its purpose. Ideal perks, I would say, are crit rate, crit damage, and energy damage with Affliction, but we know that's never going to happen. But flat damage or damage to stun, stagger and knock back foes are also very useful. You're pretty much guaranteed a stagger from one shot of the one shot, on everything other than a smasher, and thus is one of few times this effect specific perk works really well. Despite the sluggish fire rate, I don't see fire rate perks as a benefit. As discussed, since pretty much everything you hit will be staggered, the slow fire rate really doesn't cause a problem giving you time to readjust your aim. Also, if you're playing with an Urban Assault class loadout, the 50% fire rate buff will turn it into a DPS monster. And let's face it, you probably are playing as an Urban Assault soldier if you've progressed as far as Twine and haven't yet fluked your way into bagging a Master Grenadier. So do I want a one-shot? In summary, yes you want a one-shot. Even if you already have a decent sniper and don't think you'll use it that often, once you've had a bit of practice with it and learnt how to utilise its extended range properly and penetration power, it becomes a no-brainer. The fact of the matter is, the one-shot is probably the only gun in the game that can delete a threat quickly and efficiently before it becomes a threat. For me, it's the best long-range sniper rifle in the game. I will say this, the Ralphie's is more powerful, generally speaking, but its lack of scope, range and elemental damage make it less useful overall. If you've watched my Ralphie's Revenge video, you may remember I mentioned considering the Ralphie's replacing my one-shot as my go-to sniper. And in some instances, it has. But those instances are when I'm fighting in tighter arenas, when the lay of the land makes it hard to secure long-range targets. But as a general purpose, first-choice sniper, the one-shot is king of the hill. So there we go fam. Get grinding, get saving, and be prepared for perk rolls of disappointment. But it'll all be worth it if you pick up a one-shot schematic with even mediocre rolls. She'll be an absolute beast. The one-shot is a gun I've used from Stonewood through to Twine. It might not be a weapon you use that often, but when you do, she can be a game changer. If you've already purchased a one-shot from the event store, or already have one in your locker, let me know in the comments below how you've gotten on with her, and share your perk rolls too if you landed something particularly spicy. If you enjoyed the video, give that like button a little tickle and subscribe for more camping carnage. And until next time, GG, well played, and laters fam. Laters.